Michael Joseph, welcome to Spectrum 2014.
Thanks for having me back, Rick. It's a pleasure.
You know, here we are at Artblend, and obviously what we're looking at is by far the most exciting exhibition of Artblend work ever since you and I became associated. And I want to just commend you on the amazing exhibit style that you've chosen. It really is very museum-like.
Thank you. Thank you for those compliments. We're much appreciated. For you to point that out is a huge compliment. Over the years, we've listened to your advice, we've listened to the expert advice of your team, the coaching, the consulting, and after so many years, we went back to the drawing board, made revisions, and I would say that this is a consummate achievement of how to exhibit at an art fair. In this situation, you've heard it many times, less is more, well, less is more. You get more attention, more visitors to your booth, more conversations, ultimately in more sales. We like to bring a high level of quality, standards, presentations to the artists that we're showing, and this is a fine example of that.
You know, this year, you've brought together an eclectic group of oils and acrylics and photography, color, black and white, different shapes and sizes, sculpture. I mean, it really has been an amazing collection of work. How many artists have come to Spectrum 2014 in the Artblend exhibition?
Okay, well, we've actually tripled the size of our exhibition space this year. We have about 39 artists showing with us in the multiple mediums that you mentioned. We here at Artblend, we think about diversity. We think about the potential client, the buyer, the collector, and we want to have all our bases covered. In that way, the same way we operate our gallery. There's 4 criteria that we point out for the purchaser of artwork. First, they're maybe looking at a subject, if it's a landscape, if it's an abstract, they're looking at color, they're looking at size, and then ultimately we get down to the price. So if we can hit on all 4 of those, we've got a sale.
You know, when we take a look at the direction of your exhibition, it's both in physical exhibitions, like you've been in New York and of course Spectrum, but also you've done a masterful job in being able to present the work in magazine form as well. And I see you have an Artblend Magazine. Why don't you give us an idea of what has happened with Artblend Magazine in the last 12 months?
Well, again, the magazine has grown. It's brought attention to the artists that have been exhibiting with us and marketing with us. As you know, Artblend is a full-service art company. So one of the unique things about coming to the art fair is we put something tangible into the visitor's hands. And in turn, that brings them back to visiting our website, attending our gallery, looking us up next year or the next art event or next art fair. So that way, Artblend, the magazine now, has bringing more exposure to everybody. And as you know, we're a media partner for your fair, and we get cross-pollination from that. The most exciting thing that I can speak to about the magazine that's happened in the last 12 months is my wife, who's the editor of the magazine, has brought it to the retail market. So we're on over 650 Barnes & Nobles, 70 Hastings stores, and about 80-something Hudson News locations along the East Coast. So that's very important, key marketing.
Why don't we summarize with this? You know, there's a lot of different entities that get affected by art presentations, art collections, and so forth. But why don't you just, if you could, just summarize the effect that Artblend, the gallery, the magazine, the collection of artists has on the collector. Why is it that the collector, or how is it, I guess maybe is what I should say, how is it that the collector benefits from coming to Artblend, coming to you as the CEO, as part of their overall art acquisition prospects?
Simply, it comes down to one word. It comes down to truth. It comes down to having a solid reputation, and everything that we have done as Artblend, the company and the business, speak to that. They feel confident buying from someone like ourselves, visiting with us, speaking with us in an art acquisition, because they know that the reputation is in place. We're not a fly-by-night operation. We're going to be here today. They look at our history. We're going to be here tomorrow. And I think that's really crystallizes the experience that you're going to have at Artblend. So that's something that's very important, Rick.
Well, congratulations. We're glad to have you here again.
Thank See you in New York, right?
All right, very good.